Hey Darcy, I am going to just show you a little bit to get you started because I think this technique's going to be quite a challenge to do, or impossible to do in one sitting. So I'm going to show you how to mix up the basic tonal range of the water, and then you will do the highlights over the top afterwards. So the main colours we're using is this Terra Verte green. I don't know if you can see that where I've written it. Then we've got ultramarine blue, and then we've got a which I don't have much left of, the magenta violet colour, and I'm going to blend them together using terps and a flat brush like this, and I've made all the colours pre-mixed with white added. And I'm just going to use a flat brush and blend them down across the page. So this is your horizon line here. So it starts off with this violet hue and then it turns into the light blue. And hopefully I've made enough colour. At this point, you don't want like really any lines showing. So it's just a matter of laying it down seamlessly. Using terps to blend it all together. You want to keep your brush strokes all going in one direction so that it's got that illusion of infinite depth. And I'm going to start mixing in with the blue, the Terra Verte green to give it that more aquatic colour that we associate with the ocean. So it's quite tonally similar and the hues are similar, but you're just not going to have the texture until this is quite dry, because if you try and add your highlights, the choppy water effect on now, I think it will just all blend together. Blending with your fingers always gets rid of all the brush marks. Alright, so now I'm going to put those lines back in with a steady hand. Blend those lines out. And now if we go back in with our little waves, I think it'll look a bit more convincing. So I think I'm going in a little bit too bright. So I think you need to do a lighter tint of the background colour that we made before, which I still have some of. So instead of pure white, the highlights are the same as the brightest part the water. And as it gets closer, obviously they get bigger. But from this point on, the marks are too small to represent. So that's why we've just blended it out. But you also don't want these mid-ground ones to be too sharp, only these very foreground ones, which I'm not sure is even on the screen. Right, now let's go in with the dark shadow and clean up our edges. So if we made our edges too thick, like this one, we can adjust the shape by cutting back in. Like that. So because I feel like these ones are a bit too sharp, I want to just blur it out by lightly brushing over it to just slightly blur it. I think that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to leave it there and see how you go with that, and let me know if you get stuck.